everybody, my name is Anne.
Go away. I'm choosing a new vest. The Emperor's New Clothes.
The Emperor New Clothes.
Chapter 1. Nothing to wear.
Chapter 1. Nothing to wear.
Once upon a time there was an emperor who loved clothes. He really didn't care about anything else. He ignored his soldiers. Your Excellence, the enemy is attacking. Go away. I'm choosing a new vest. Avoided his advisors. Where are you, Your Excellence? Hated plays.
Once upon a time, there was an emperor who loved clothes. He really didn't care about anything else. He ignored his soldier. Your Excellency, the enemy is attacking. Go away. I'm choosing a new vest. Avoid his advisors. Where are your excellent his place?
And only liked riding in the park so he could show off his amazing outfits. You look amazing, Your Excellence. I know. But the Emperor had a problem. The royal procession was in 2 weeks' time, and he had nothing to wear.
And only like riding in the park so he could show his amazing outfits. You look amazing, Your Excellency. But I know. But the Emperor has a problem. The royal procession was in 2 weeks' time, and he had nothing to wear.
You must have something, Your Excellence, said Boris, his servant. You already have 7,322 outfits. But I've worn them all before, moaned the Emperor. I want to look so amazing, so fantastic, so splendiferous that people will talk about me for years to come. I see, said Boris, looking rather glum. It was Boris who had to take care of all the Emperor's clothes.
You must have something, Your Excellency, said Boris, his servant. You already have 7,322 outfits. But I've worn them all before, mourned the Emperor. I want to look so amazing, so fantastic, so splendiferous, that people talk about me for years to come. I see, said Boris, looking rather glum. It was Boris who had to take care of all the Emperor's clothes.
Are you sure this one won't do? Boris asked hopefully, picking a velvet and gold suit from the pile. Don't be ridiculous. Boris, said the Emperor in a stern voice. Yes, sire, said Boris. Who is the Emperor here? You are, Your Excellence, replied Boris. Right. And if I say I want new clothes, then I mean it. Go and find me the finest clothes makers in town, ordered the Emperor. At once!
Are you sure this one won't do? Boris asked hopefully, picking a velvet and gold suit from pile. Don't be ridiculous, Boris, said the Emperor instantly. Yes, sir, said Boris. Who is the Emperor here? You are, Your Excellency, replied Boris. Right. And if I say I want new clothes, then I mean it. Go and find me the finest clothes maker in town, ordered the Emperor. As one.
I'm off to have a snooze, the Emperor added. It's been a very tiring morning. As you wish, Your Excellence.
I am often to have snored, the Emperor added. It's been a very tiring morning. At your wish, Excellency.
Chapter 2. Slimus and Slick.
Chapter 2. Slimus and Slick.
Urgent. Emperor needs tasteful and elegant new outfit. Clothes makers apply here. Boris spent all day looking for an incredible outfit. He wasn't having much luck until two strangers rushed up to him. We're the finest clothes makers in the world, they said. Take us to the Emperor at once. When they arrived at the palace, the strangers pushed past the palace footman and burst into the Emperor's room. Out of our way! Ow! Who are you? Shouted the Emperor angrily. He was busy choosing his afternoon coat and hated being interrupted. We are Slimus and Slick. At your service, they said, and bowed.
Boris spent all day looking for an incredible outfit. He wouldn't have much luck until two strangers rushed up to him. We are the finest clothes maker in the world, they said. Take us to the Emperor at once. Wait, I can't do lonely kittens long eyes. When they arrived at the palace, the stranger pushed past the palace footman and pushed into the Emperor's room. Ouch! Out of our way! Who are you? shouted the Emperor angrily. He was busy choosing his afternoon coat and had being interrupted. We are Slimus and Slick. At the survive, they said, and bowed.
The Emperor just stared at them. Haven't you heard of us? Said Slimus, looking shocked. We're world famous. Well, no, admitted the Emperor. He hated not knowing things. We make magical clothes, said Slimus. Magical? Said the Emperor, sounding interested. Yes, said Slick, with a sly smile. Our clothes can only be seen by clever people. They will be absolutely invisible to anyone stupid, Slimus explained. Anyone who can't do their job properly won't be able to see them either, Slick added. Boris gulped. What if I can't see the clothes? He thought.
The emperor just stared at them. Haven't you heard of us? Said Remus, looking shocked. We were famous. Well, no. I'm the emperor. He hates not knowing things. We must make magical clothes, said Remus. Magical? Said the emperor, shouting interested. Yes, said Slick, with a sly smile. Our clothes can only be seen by clever people. They will be astonishingly invisible to anyone stupid, Remus explained. Anyone who can do their job properly won't be able to see them either. Slick added. Boris gulped. What if I can't see the clothes? He thought.
The Emperor was very excited. Make me a magic suit this minute, he cried. It won't be cheap, said Slimus and Slick. We only use the very best material. Take this, said the Emperor, handing them a sack of money. You can work in the palace. Take anything you want, only get to work. I want that suit.
The Emperor was very excited. Make me a magic suit in this minute, he cried. I won't be cheap, said Mrs. and Slick. We only use the best material. Take this, said the Emperor, handing them sacks of money. You can work in the palace. Take anything you want, only get to work. I want that suit.
Chapter 3. The Two Cheats. As soon as they were alone, Slimus and Slick laughed until their bellies ached and their faces turned purple. The fool believed us, cried Slimus. We're going to have lots and lots of lovely money. They set up their looms in the palace and ordered in the finest silks and the most expensive gold thread. But they didn't use any of it. Instead, they sold it all for lots more money.
As soon as they were alone, Remus and Slick laughed until they blind as their faces turned purple. The fool believed us, cried Remus. We are going to have lots of lovely money. They set up their loom in the palace and ordered in the finest silk and the most expensive golden thread. But they didn't.
Is there anything else you need? Asked the Emperor. Yes, Slick.
But didn't do anything of it. Instead, the soul is off for lots more money,
Replied. 5 fudge cakes, 10 tubs of vanilla ice cream, and a constant supply of chocolate. That would really help our work. This is the life. But you mustn't see a thing until it's finished, Slick told the Emperor. We want it to be a fantastic surprise. Every day the Emperor crept past their door, listening to the loom going back and forth. He was desperate to know how the suit was coming along. I know, he thought. I'll send Boris along to find out. But when Boris went in, he could see nothing but empty looms. "What do you think of our wonderful work?" asked Slick. "Such a charming pattern, isn't it?" said Slimus.
Is there anything else you need?" asked the Emperor. "Yes," Sneak replied. 5 fast cake, 10 clove tubs of vanilla ice cream, and a contents supply of chocolate. That would really help our work. It is so nice. But you mustn't see a thing until it's finished," Stick told the Emperor. "We can't want it to be a fantastic surprise." Every day the Emperor crept past the door, listened to the plume going back and forth. He was desperate to know how the sun was coming along. "I know," he thought. "I sent Boris along to find out." But when Boris went in, he couldn't see nothing but empty bloom. "What do you think of our wonderful work?" asked Slick. Such a charming pattern it is, isn't it?"
"Oh, crumbs," thought Boris. "I can't see a thing. I must be stupid. I'm going to be fired." "Well," demanded Slimus, "have you got nothing to say?" Boris gulped. "It's, fantastic," he lied. "Absolutely, great. I'll tell the Emperor I'm very pleased with it. I wish I could see it." He hurried off to tell the Emperor how fabulous his new clothes were. Slimus and Slick smiled to themselves and went back to eating cake. Chapter 3.
"Oh, Grant," thought Boris, "I can see other things. I must be stupid. I'm going to be afraid." "Well," James Slimus, "have you got nothing to say?" Boris gummed. "It's fantastic," he lied. "Absolutely great. I tell the Emperor I'm very pleased with it. I wish I could see it." He hurried off to tell the Emperor how fabulous his new clothes were. Seamus and Slick smiled to themselves and went back to eating cake.
Chapter 4. The Emperor's Visit. Word quickly spread through the kingdom that the Emperor had ordered some amazing and mysterious new clothes. And the Emperor couldn't wait a moment longer to see them. He called for Boris and the palace footman and went to see Slimus and Slick at work. "Oh, Your Excellence," said Slimus, bowing low. "We're so pleased to see you." The Emperor looked at the loom, then looked again. "This is terrible," he thought. "I can't see anything. I'm not worthy of being emperor. But alas,
word quickly spread a toast. The kingdom that the emperor would order some amazing, material new clothes. And the emperor couldn't wait a moment longer to see them. He called for Boris and the palace footman, and went to see Slimus and Slick at work. Oh, Your Excellence, said Slimus, bowing low. We're so pleased to see you. The emperor looked at the plume, then looked again. This is terrible, he thought. Because anything, I'm not worried with being emperor.
Out, he said, "It's magnificent!" Really very tasteful, added Boris. The palace footmen were worried. Each thought the other could see the magic material. "Splendid," they said in unison. Slimus and Slick pretended to take the material down from the loom. They made cuts in the air with huge scissors and sewed using needles without any thread. Everyone clapped loudly. The emperor even gave Slimus and Slick a gold medal each for their excellent sewing. On the morning of the royal procession, the emperor went to put on his new clothes. He was filled with nervous excitement. "Here's your coat and your pantaloons. Would your majesty care to undress?" said Slimus. "Then we'll put on your clothes in front of the mirror." "I'll bring over the cloak," said Slick. "Boris, pick up the train, will you?" "This is your shirt, your majesty," said Slimus. "See, it's as light as a spider's web."
Slimus and Slick pretended to take the mirror down from the loom. They made cuts in the air with Huck, Caesar, and Cell using needle, retouch, and thread. Everyone clapped loudly. The emperor even gave Slimus and Slick gold medal for their excellent sailing. On the morning the royal procession, the emperor went and put on his new clothes. He was filled with nervous excitement. "Here your coat and your pantaloon." "Would your majesty care to undress?" said Slimus. "Then we'll put on your clothes in front of the mirror." "I break over the crook," said Slick. Boris picked up the train. "Will you?" "This is your service, your majesty," said Slimus. "See, it's light as spider web."
"Wonderful!" Slick smiled. "Oh, it fits so well," he said. Then the palace footman bent down, just as if they were picking up a train. The emperor admired himself in the mirror one last time. "Gosh. Well, I'm ready," he said. "Don't I look splendid, Boris?" "Yes, Your Excellence," said Boris, looking straight up at the ceiling. "Then open the palace doors," said the emperor. "Let the royal procession begin."
Slick smiled. "Oh, this is so well." he says. Wonderful. Then the public footmen bent down, just as if they were picking up a trance. The emperor admitted himself in the mirror one last time. Ghost! Well, I'm ready, he said. Don't I look Spanish portrait? Yes, you're silent, said Boris, looking straight up at the ceiling. Then open the palace door, said the emperor. Begin. People won't believe their eyes.
People won't believe their eyes. Chapter 5. The Royal Procession. The crowd gasped as the emperor emerged. Everyone had heard that only clever people could see his clothes. What a wonderful outfit! They cried. Such a magnificent pattern, said a woman. Isn't he handsome?
The crowd gasped at the emperor eminent. Everyone had heard that only clever people couldn't see his clothes. What a wonderful outfit! They cried. Stuck a magnificent pattern, said the woman. Isn't he handsome?
The emperor smiled to himself. These are my most successful clothes ever, he thought, and added a spring to his step. Let me see him, cried a small child who was stuck at the back of the crowd. The child was lifted up on his father's shoulders so he could see the emperor in all his glory. Oh, said the child, the emperor's got nothing on. Everyone around the child fell silent and looked at the emperor again.
The emperor smiled to himself. There are my most successful clothes ever, he thought, and added a spring to his step. Let me see him, cried a small child, who was stuck at the back of the crowd. The child was lifted up on his father's shoulder, so he could see the emperor in all his glory. Oh, said the child, the emperor got nothing on. Everyone around the child fell silent and looked at the emperor again.
He's right, you know, said his father. The emperor is naked. Then, faster than a spreading fire, a whisper whizzed through the crowd. The emperor's got no clothes on! The emperor's got no clothes on! Soon the whole crowd was chanting, the emperor's got no clothes on! The emperor heard their words and shivered. Suddenly he felt very cold. He looked down. To his horror, the emperor saw that they were right. I'm naked.
He's right, you know, said father. The emperor is naked. Then, faster than a speeding fire, a whisper withered through the crowd. The emperor got no clothes on. The emperor got no clothes on. Soon the whole crowd was chatting. The emperor got no on. The emperor heard their words and shivered suddenly. He felt very cold. He looked down to his horror. The emperor saw they were right. I'm naked.
Then he blushed bright red all over. I must carry on, he thought. This is the royal procession, and I am the emperor. The emperor held his head high and walked more proudly than ever. Meanwhile, Slimus and Slick were packing their bags full of money, getting ready to flee the palace forever. A toast to invisible clothes and naked emperors.
Then he brushed bright reds all over. I must carry on, he thought. It is a royal procession, and I'm the emperor. The emperor held his head high and walked more proudly than ever. Meanwhile, Slimus and Slick were packing their bag full of money, getting ready to flee the palace forever. A total invisible clothes. A naked empress.
We tricked him, they cried, and cackled with glee. As for the crowds, they were enjoying the best procession ever. Boris, of course, wasn't having such a good day. Oh well, he thought as he followed the emperor home. At least one thing turned out as he wanted. People will talk about the emperor for years to come.
We tricked him, they cried and cried with glee. At Father Cloud, they were enjoying the best procession ever. Boris, of course, was having such a good day. Oh well, he thought, as he followed the emperor home. As last one thing turned out as he wanted. People will talk about the emperor for years to come. Goodbye.